What is up, guys? My name is Suicidal Grind. I have decided to play some underrated band that I have that are very nice on Twitter. They have a lot of communication, probably because they're smaller, but they're called Venom Spreader. I in fact have bought stickers from them and put it on my guitar. It's here. One that they just gave for free. They just amazing death metal band from the America. I don't know where. I think they're Canadian, maybe, or American. I am not sure. But now I'm gonna talk about something completely different, which is why I do covers and what my covers are. Some misconceptions of my covers that I usually do when I feel like doing one. Now, right now I'm limited to guitars and vocals because I don't have a bass and I don't have drums, which I want to get both. Expect bass covers in the future, definitely, and drums covers too. Drum covers might take a while before I do, because they require more of a... They're more strict on what you need to do in order to have a good cover. You need mics, you need setup, you need mixing, mastering, everything, all the good stuff. But why I do covers? Now, most people that do covers do them because having fun. They don't do it to show off. And the same goes for me. But I usually do covers like 1 or 2 days after I've learned the song, which means I haven't had more than 2 days of practice usually. Unless it's a song where I have had a practice, I don't know, a week maybe. Now the thing is, I don't plan on upgrading my practice on really anything right now, because I do not really have any motivation for practicing right now, and I don't really feel in the mood. I just feel really bad. But that doesn't really apply to why I do covers, but the reason is, I have some misconceptions usually on my covers that I try to be good. I try to show off, which is completely wrong. I only do covers because I think it's fun, and I do my vocal techniques. I add vocal techniques that don't usually fit with songs, because I think that I want to innovate and I want to do something that nobody else would do, which is pig squeal and Trivium songs. Nobody will do it, so I'm gonna do it instead for them. Because I want to hear Trivium songs with pig squeals in the screaming parts. So I'm doing that to see what it sounds like, and I sometimes think it sounds good, which I did with my last cover. But I don't really practice vocals because I'm not really a vocalist, and really all I do when I vocal, I'm more of a... I am not really warmed up, but I'm more of a, guttural vocalist than anything else, screaming, something like that. But I usually don't cover songs that have that. Reason why is because I do not really enjoy practicing, which I need to start doing more. I really need to practice more, a lot more, which is good that I want to practice, but I don't have the motivation to practice, which is bad. But same plays the guitar. I don't have always the motivation to practice. Like, sometimes I just want to jam, and sometimes I want to do a cover. So I just learn what I can learn in the song, and I do a cover, and then I wait, and then I keep on playing it like I do currently, and singing like I do currently, until I find a better way of doing it. Which is, in my opinion, a great technique. Doing it your way until you find a better way. Because usually tabs, I can't read tabs. And I can't learn how to read tabs. I can never memorize. No, I can read tabs, But always when I play after tabs to the songs I want to play on guitar, the tabs are either wrong or it doesn't sound right, which makes me think the tab is wrong. It does not sound right when I play it against the song, which is my second point to why I do covers my own way. It's because most tabs make me misled, and I just don't understand that. Like the Fire and Flames tabs by Dragon Force, none of them are right. I've checked it. The intro is completely wrong. The solos are completely wrong. Nothing is right in the tab. The chords are usually right because chords are easier to tab out. But somebody needs to tell these people to tab out songs like Through the Fire and Flames or any shredding solo song that you had bad hearing. Like, it sounds weird. It doesn't sound right. Like a book of Metallica tabs that costs like $10. No. That's a little bit little. Like $15 for a book of Metallica tabs. All the tabs are wrong. Why is that? You know? Therefore, I usually use sight reading and ear training since I find it easier. It's just that sometimes I find out how to play the song, but then I realize, holy shit, this is hard. I need to practice this for at least 2 weeks before I can play it up to speed. And again, I don't have motivation to put so much effort, which I will have motivation in the future, as I hope, and I believe I will have more. It's just at the moment I have more motivation towards school and studying and that, you know, the more important shit right now. Because a guitar, for me, I don't really see myself as a guitarist that will have a career. I don't think I will ever be anything that could. I don't think a band would be good financially for me because I'm going towards restaurants and cooking instead as a main job because I don't think guitar is gonna get me anywhere unless I really become good. And I mean really fucking good. And I don't want to sell out and make pop songs. So you know, I want to make heavy, slamming, brutal, death metal, shuggy, fucking slam metal, maybe even thrash, black metal, normal, classic heavy metal. You know, just a good heavy shit. You know, that's what I want to do. And I want to do it my way. But I don't have any recording softwares or any recording setups at the moment. I literally have this phone and jack shit. I think that's it. No, there's one more song, Humanity Disease. Now, since I feel this way, I'm thinking, what can I do? Like, I obviously need to find something to motivate me from feeling bad, because I have a couple things I'd like to point out. This guitar needs a E string, but I can't spend money on strings right now because what's it called? I have a package that I will probably have to pay shit for. So if I buy strings, I won't be able to get my package, and they will send it back to the sender, and I will be very angry. So you know. And another misconception about bottlenecks and cheaper 7 strings that they're not as good, but that's false. In fact, this guitar couldn't cost more than $350. And I tell you, it's a hell of a guitar. Now, I am obviously not that careful with this since it's so cheap. Like, it costs 300 crowns. Or it's 300 SEK. Like, it's really cheap. It's just a really great guitar, you know? A maple neck. I don't think it's rosewood. It's another type of wood. It's light rosewood. I don't remember what it's called. Basswood body. Basswood is great. It doesn't basswood isn't bad, and it has a really nice control cavity thing. What's it called? Cover. It feels the nicest that it could be, and it has the switches to none. And another thing that I like with this guitar is the volume knob is here. It's not in the way of your picking and shredding. Like, I hate when they are like here around the pickup, because they just get in your way and you accidentally turn down the volume, which is a big problem for me. Now, other things I need to do is something with this fella. I have to get a thing so I can with this thing because I have fret bus. Hold on, if I pause the music, you will hear the incredible fret bus. You might even hear it on the open string, because this is. Listen to that fret bus. I don't know if you hear it, but it's really, really bad. So I need to adjust the neck on this one. But this is also a really great guitar. In fact, this is a Czech. It's a, what's it called? I just asked myself what this guitar is called. It's a Epiphone Les Paul, made in the Czech Republic in 1989. So it's kind of a, it's not really a big deal, but it would go for some bucks. I also have to fix this thing, because this is kind of, as you hear, this pot is loose, so I had to fix that. The bridge pickup is basically dying. I have played with this guitar for like 5 years, by the way, on high gain outputs, and this pickup is dying. This pickup is still fine, but I need to change these pickups, so I'm planning on someday putting Seymour Duncan and Invaders in these, or maybe I'll completely change the guitar, change these knobs and everything, and do EMGs. I don't know. Make an extra space for a battery, or maybe I could make some shit here. You know, just leave it there, and it might not be the most practical, but you know, if it fits, it fits. So. There's only that. It only needs new pickups, a better control cavity thing, probably new pots too, and a little neck adjustment. So that's basically it with this guitar. It's just 3 issues that I need to fix someday. Now let's move on to a guitar that has completely new parts. Now, here we have a really good. This is probably my best Epiphone guitar, and probably one of the best Epiphone guitars. I have no idea when this is from or where it's made, but I know that it's an Epiphone Firebird. I'm not sure what it's called. These pots are not really that bad. They're completely fine, no? Maybe but I would consider first changing this, and maybe this too, because inside here it's bad. So changing the pots and these pickups would need to change. This is a completely new bridge, and these are new parts. So this is new, and this is new. The screws are new, but as you see, I have done adjustments with bad tools, so they're pretty rude. But before, this didn't have a nut, so a guy helped me and we installed a bone nut. I think those are great, they work perfectly. This guitar stays in tune no matter what. These tuners are godlike. I can't explain how good these tuners are. I have never had to, like, I think, oh, yeah, it's more. I don't know what was on with this string, but it was in tune basically. It's still in tune. I haven't used this guitar in 3 weeks. But you know, it's a reverse headstock. I really like the reverse headstock on this. It's not that bad. But I wouldn't need new, like a hotter pickup that can handle gain. These pickups are great, but they don't handle high gain because they're low gain, low output, and that makes it, you know, more. It's not good for you, you know. A lot of noise. So you know. So I don't know, if you are still watching, I would consider you, please leave me some tips on good pickups that would fit this guitar, since it's a mini humbucker guitar. It's mini humbucker. It's basically smaller. So I would want to know what pickups would fit. Probably would buy some Seymour Duncan style. Maybe I could buy a hot rail Seymour Duncan, like a what are those called? The single coil shaped humbuckers. No. But then we will move on to my last and very not least, but also my first ever guitar. I might make this guitar good. Just might. But that means I will completely modify the shit out of this guitar. Oh, that's bad. Oh, it's not good. That's not good either. But you know, this guitar is my first guitar. As you can see, it's literally everyone's first guitar, what it looks like. You know, when you first get a guitar, you always have these stickers with punk, rock, and, you know, fuck the politicians, hey, oh, let's go, superlative, I don't know what half this shit is, but we have some Vans off the wall. I have Vans shoes, and whatever this shit is, you know, it's a pretty cool guitar, you know. I have played this a lot, trust me. I learned Kickstart My Heart by Mötley Crüe on this, and I love Fender style guitars. It's just that as you can see, the bridge isn't even fucking. What is this? Oh, it also has a Crash Diet and entertainment. If someone knows what this logo is, please tell me. What I would need to do with this: new pickups, new pots, new volume. I would also remove this, since you know how I feel about this kind of thing, and I would move it down here. And obviously, I mean, this works, but I would need to change everything. I just would change everything. Bridge gotta go, because the bridge has some stuck parts in them, and I don't know if this could be a problem, but there's a hole there. I don't know why. There's a hole right through the guitar. It's a real big hole, but I don't think it's gonna affect any stability in the bridge. I just need a better bridge and, you know, some upgrades on this good old guitar. I would definitely change the fretboard. Now, as you see, it has one tuner missing, and you know, it doesn't really look that pleasant. So I would have to change the neck, definitely, and look at this disgusting setup. I mean, this is just like disgustingly, I mean, I don't even know. Something like that. I don't remember how I played this shit. But this is really like an old guitar. You know, this fretboard has obviously not been cleaned like ever. Especially down here. Look at that. This is how it's supposed to look. Look at how much dirty it is down there. Oh, the tone loss on this guitar is so. Oh my god, look at that. so disgustingly bad in this, you know. So I would definitely clean this guitar. I mean, I changed the neck, as I said. It stayed in tune. That's all I remember. And if I remember that it stayed in tune, it was a great guitar. Because any guitar that stays in tune is a good guitar, unless your pickup literally does not make sound. But then it's not a guitar. And I would need to clean my Dean too, but that, you know, that's whatever. But in the future, I guess I can tell you what I'm about to get. Not really about now, but in like the end of this year. Definitely end of this year. Since, you know, all these things and cool things, you know, cool stuff happening in life. You know, I'm gonna have a summer job. I'm hoping maybe in June or August. One of these periods. Doesn't really matter. You know, that's when I will work a little bit. Like work, you know, out in the real work world, not the school work. It's just like a job, you know. Get some extra cash. Just like I get like the first period gives me like 3K SEK, and that's like $300, and 310 bucks, 310 or 350. I'm not sure. I mean, that makes this guitar like $400, but you know, I'm not really good with converting SEK to dollars. And SEK, by the way, is spelled S-E-K. I don't know, man. What it's frustrating how to talk right now. But I would save that money, like $500 maybe. And then I will have like 7K in total by the end of this year, like in December 31st, whatever. I will probably buy it like August, September, maybe. September last month. But, you know, September, October is like the last month I will buy this guitar. It's a Dean RC6. I will be very specific. It's a RC6, not a 7. It's a Rusty Cooley signature. It's black. It's a pretty common theme, except for my Epiphone Firebird that has a burst of some sort. I'm not sure what it's called. But you know, I might make another video telling a little bit of a history behind all of these guitars. So, if you're still watching and you are a social person, which most of you are not, tell me if you want me to explain history behind every single guitar I have. I only have 4. I only use 3 of them ever. So, you know. But I will get a Rusty Cooley signature. It's literally like $600. It's very cheap. As a Floyd Rose, I hate Floyd Rose for the life of me, but I'm gonna get used to one so I can do some cool shit with the whammy bar. Because I want to do it, but I hate Floyd Rose for the life of me, but I don't want to get one and lock it down. I want to learn how to maintain a Floyd Rose bridge, which I have learned already through a lot of YouTube videos, like millions of YouTube videos. I watched so many YouTube videos, you could not believe how many videos and how many hours I put into just researching about how to keep it in tune and what to do if you want to tune and you don't like. The most useful fact that I've learned is that if you're planning to, you know, change strings or tuning, put a block under your tremolo bridge, like in the cutout in the body. Just press it down, you know, put a block under to block the bridge so it stays straight, like flush with the body when you're changing strings and or tuning down. That's gonna help you not have to adjust everything again. It's gonna save you so many hours of work in your life, like lifetime. I mean like, if we say you tune your guitar between standard E and drop C, because that's basically the lowest tune I will ever use on that guitar, like from standard E to drop C on a Floyd Rose, you know, you will save like in a year, if you go through one tuning each month, 12, let's see, you will save like 10 hours a year. And that might not sound much, like 10 hours a year, what the fuck, you know? But you know, and let's add how much you save on changing strings. And that's like 20 hours a year, and that's a lot. It might not sound like a lot, it's not even a day, but trust me, it's 20 hours less. It's a lot less, because you don't want to change strings every time for fucking hours, you know? It's gonna take you like 20 minutes changing strings with putting a block under the tremolo at max, you know? So it's much easier. And you know, the other facts like oh, don't screw your nut too tight, or you need to use the fine tuners to tune up when you're done with tuning, which you would still have to do since you're doing the locking thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you learned why I do covers, and also a little bit about my guitars and what I'm doing in the future. So, yeah, that's basically it for this 27-minute long video. And I've been Suicidal Grind, and thank you for watching, and I don't fucking know. Peace.